Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at shiny Galarian Moltres in the Halloween Cup. So we're going to be in the regular one now, so 1500 or less, no more little cup. Although it was really fun using it there, and I'm happy I was able to get that experience, especially with these IVs. I mean, I still can't believe it that I got this thing. Unbelievable. And the fact that I'm on Valor too, it just makes it that much better. So let's go ahead and have a little fun here. I was really enjoying my time in the Halloween Cup. As far as lag and everything, it was occurring, but you know, when you just don't even give an absolute damn anymore, it's still annoying, but you kind of just enjoy the better parts of it. So when you don't even care about ranking up, yeah, you just take the good with the bad. And I guess that's not the best way to look at it, but it is more of a optimistic and just to keep your feelings in check, because this game is just busted and they don't even give a damn. But with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this here. So I'm going to be using Clotsire and Venusaur, okay, and then of course the Galarian Moltres. Now I know I said it was fire type. Okay, look, do you guys realize sometimes I say things to just get extra comments, or maybe I'm just that much of a jackass sometimes? Okay, all right. Yes, it's dark and flying, as we can see clearly on the screen here. But yeah, we're going to be going with Brave Bird and as well as Ancient Power, and let's go ahead and put in the work here and see what we have going on. If you can hit that like button, folks, that'd be much appreciated. And also, actually, one more thing before we get into the commentary. Well received on the walk that I did do at night. I will be taking your feedback into consideration. And next time, if I think I may be encountering a homeless person, although I had no idea that they were going to be there, I could have suggested that I come back with food for them or something like that. And although I don't need to do these things, I think I will be bringing like some new socks if I do encounter them, and some maybe like some random food, so that we can potentially give these people something, you know. I don't want to make it seem like because there was a couple people saying, you know, you're privileged, you're walking through. It's like, well, this is a baseball field that has private property. They always destroy it. They're not supposed to be there. And I was just a little upset. I wasn't even mean or nothing. But I get where you're coming from. I think I can do a little bit more. And this is not me trying to cater to, oh, you know, look at you trying to be nice on the internet. I genuinely want to help. I don't tend to give them money because that's just not the best idea, especially if they're addicted to a drug. So food or clothes are always the best option. But with that said, just wanted to throw that out there, and we'll go ahead and hop into what you actually came here for. So expect level 2, I don't know when, soon enough. All right, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. Venusaur with, of course, Frenzy Plant. You're never going to go without that, of course. And we're going to go ahead and just spam them again, getting bolt shields out of them, swapping into the Moltres and getting to the Ancient Power, which is going to be enough to take out the Clotsire. It's not very effective, but they had, what, 2 HP, and we're taking that win. I do believe we're leading with Clotsire the entire time, and we're met with more Pekko. Now, that thing is cool. I really do enjoy it. I haven't tested it out yet, but we should give it a shot sometime soon. I've been having way too much fun with my Moltres. All right, so we do have a Drifblim out here. We're going to go ahead and shield up that Icy Wind, as it is going to be super effective. I'm going to go ahead and take them down at the expense of a shield. Expected them to bring back this Morpeko here. If I recall this, they didn't hit me with a... Yeah, Psychic Fangs. I was like, okay. All right, so they are going to be changing into that dark mode there. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ancient Power. And we did get the boost there, I do believe. Okay, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to use my Elder Shield. We're going to go ahead and just let them take me out. They hit me with Aura Wheel, which I expected the first time. Bringing in the Clotsire, which is going to be taking super effective from that Psychic Fang. So pretty decent coverage for this thing here, right? And going for the Sludge Bomb. Not going to build up to Earthquake. There's really no point. And we're getting a shield out of them anyways. Do have that Venusaur. We're going to go ahead and swap into this. Now, Psychic Fangs is going to hurt like a son of a gun. So we're going to go ahead and just shield this up here. And let's see if we can fire. Oh my goodness, they're getting to another one. Give me a break. Now, this is almost going to one-shot. Yeah, look at that crap. Do we have the power to pull this off? So we're going to... Oh, we have a Golurk back there. Frenzy Plant from a Shadow Venusaur. No, that's a wrap. One-shotting that son of a gun and taking the win. Let's keep it moving here. Next game, what are we going to see? Mandiva. Sounds good to me. All right, so I go with Earthquake. So if you do have Stone Edge, you'll be looking a lot better in this particular situation here. We're going to go ahead and let all this go, as Clotsire is a pretty tanky Pokemon. I don't have the best IVs for this one here, but it's okay. It still works for me, right? Whatever. I don't know why I was never able to get some decent PvP IVs for this thing, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and let that next one go as well, and we just absorb it over and over again here. I think we can take one more of those and we'll be all right. And gonna go ahead and swap. I think we wanted to try to catch that Dark Pulse here. Let's see if we did. Okay, great. Not very effective because of our Dark typing, but they're bringing in a Wigglytuff. So we're gonna go ahead and build up just in time to the Brave Bird here. Let's see if they shield it up. They are getting a shield out of them. That's okay. We still have 2 Pokemon that are gonna be super effective to that. And we have all this energy built up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just bring in the Clodsire here. And they're gonna be using their last shield. So Venusaur has a pretty good chance to just run over their team. Even if there's something that resists everything that we do have. I mean, if you have a shield and you can spam Frenzy Plant, you're still going to be looking pretty good. Mandibuzz is going down, bringing in the Venusaur here, getting to the Frenzy Plant before they get to that Icy Wind while still holding on to a shield. What do they have in the back? What is it going to be? A Toxapex. Well, that's great. Now, not one Frenzy Plant is going to be enough as they are going to be part poison. So we'll just get to that second one here and we're going to be looking great. There's no way they can outpace us because, well, we can just keep on spamming it with that Vine Whip, which is gaining a bunch of energy very fast. And we're going to be looking good to take the win here with our Shadow Venusaur. They all put in the work. I mean, even the Moltres. I was so... yeah, you know, I know I keep on talking about it. I'm just really happy, really appreciative. All right, so they're going to be swapping into their Umbreon. We had a good lead with that Gardevoir. We have 2 Pokemon strong against that, Venusaur as well as Clodsire. So we don't have to really worry about that too much. I do bring in my Moltres here to go up against this Umbreon, spamming me with their dark moves, which is doing a decent amount. I should have maybe waited for them to throw another one here, but that's okay. We're just going to, or maybe Ancient Power and then the Brave Bird, but oh well. Because we did lower our defense, and I do believe this is going to be enough, even though we resist it. Oh, we survive? Okay, and they're... oh, whoa, okay, they're going to snipe me with their Charm, with that Shadow Gardevoir, locking themselves in here. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Clodsire, as we're going to be able to take these hits a little bit better, although it is resisted on the Venusaur as well. It is Shadow, so this is just a better position here. We had energy built up too, right? Triple Axle, and we're just going to go ahead and hit them with the Sludge Bomb here. They let it go. And they have a Azumarill. I swap into my Venusaur, and that's quite literally what you would call rock, paper, scissors. Well, not quite. The Galarian Moltres to the Umbreon was not quite like a super counter. All right, so we're going to be seeing a Wigglytuff in the lead up against our Clodsire. This is a fantastic position to be in, of course. Going to go ahead and throw that immediately, and they shield it up. Sounds good to me. So we kind of want to shield this up as well. It is going to probably be Icy Wind. Not going to be enough to take us out, but I want to hold on to that health. They're going to swap into their Azumarill here. This is more than likely going to be Ice Beam. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use our last shield. But what we're going to want to do at this point here is build up to almost 2. We need one more quick move to get to the next one here. And there we go. And of course, we're going to be able to take them out. And let's see what they're going to want to do here. Shield this game. And they're bringing in their own Clodsire. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our own. Immediately go for the Earthquake that we had ready to go. Doing a ton of damage to them. But this thing can just take the hit. No problem at all. And we're even getting stabbed from that Earthquake. So they hit me with Sludge Bomb. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they have like Stone Edge and Sludge Bomb. Maybe they'll hit me with Earthquake here. I don't remember. All right, Earthquake it is. Maybe they were just trying to get energy there. And bringing in the Venusaur, immediately throwing that Frenzy Plant that we did have built up. Moltres ready to go and swapping into it up against that Wigglytuff. So we are going to be taking super effective damage from the Charm because we are dark. And it's not fire, so it's just going to be doing super effective and not neutral there. And next game, we're met with another good lead. Well, I mean, this is a good lead for sure. It's also a okay lead for them too because they are technically doing super effective damage. But if I recall this correctly, I think they hit me with a Play Rough here, which really confuses the hell out of me. Maybe they have Hydro Pump and they were just trying to bait me on that. I'm not too sure what's going on, but sure, we'll take it. Gonna go ahead and go for another Sludge Bomb to take the win there. Still in the yellow, and they bring in a Quillfish. So an Aqua Tail isn't gonna be enough. Not cool. Oh, almost there. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw this to make them think that there's Earthquake here. And we're getting a shield out of them too. Fantastic. So, of course, we're going to be bringing in the Venusaur here. They are going to be part poison, so they're not necessarily taking super effective. But we are still doing quite a bit of damage here. And getting to the Frenzy Plant. Do they want to shield up that Quillfish? And they are shielding it up. Okay, sounds good to me. And I do believe we called our Aqua Tail here. Great. And they're swapping. They have that Clotsire in the back. Now, we do need to look out here. A Stone Edge is going to be doing super effective because we're part flying. So I shielded up and used my last shield here. Now, I don't... Okay, we're going to go for Brave Bird, but this is not enough. It's doing a decent amount. Now, of course, Stone Edge is going to take me out, but it looks like the Venusaur is going to be able to finish it off for us here. And this is perfect as we're able to gain some energy, going for the Frenzy Plant to take out that Quillfish, and Shadow Venusaur yet again at the end, sweeping up for us with that spammy Shadow Frenzy Plant. Next game, we're going to be met with another Azumarill. This is a good lead for us. They're going to be swapping into their Drapion. Now, what we're going to do is just stay right here, as we do have Venusaur to go up against the Azumarill, and arguably that's even a better matchup as we're going to be doing more. And they even have more Peko, so it looks like this Clotsire is going to be literally shutting their team down. I mean, it's super effective against everything. Poison, ground, and then ground. So we're looking great here. And we're just going to still hold tight and let them do their worst to us here. See what they're going for. All right. It's doing a... Whoa. Oh, is that Psychic Fang? No, that was Aura Wheel. What the hell is going on here? How did that do so much? Anyways, bringing in the Venusaur here. They are going to be shieldless. We still have 2 shields, so we're going to go ahead and protect this Venusaur right about now. And remember, we do have the Azumarill, so, I mean, we don't even need to worry about it. The Moltres can take it out even with Brave Bird, as it is going to be neutral damage. And all I need to do is get to a Frenzy Plant. This is going to essentially one-shot them here, and that's a wrap. I mean, a couple more quick moves. Oh, there we go. Now we take the win. Again, Venusaur sweeping up at the end for us. Next game, we're going to be met with a Shadow Shiny Mawile. Hey, let's go. I have a surprise. I'm actually changing my logo in the next couple of days, so I just want to give you all the heads up on that. I'm not going to tell you what it is going to be quite yet. Well, I'm not going to tell you at all until you see it, but I'm pretty excited. I had somebody commission it. The art style is going to be that of kind of like older Japanese traditional art. We'll have to see how it turns out. Hopefully it's pretty good, so I'm excited about that. The person was like, you know, they're a little bit behind schedule. I was like, hey, don't take your time. Take your time. No rush. I don't want you to rush the art, you know? Take as long as you need, because the longer you take, the more perfection, if I could speak, the more perfected it is going to be, and that's what we want. Anyways, enough about that. So look forward to that new logo. So if it does change, don't worry, it's still me. Next game, we're going to be met with an Umbreon. My luck, this thing is going to have Psychic. You better believe it. I think this may be the game where it actually does. So, of course, we're just going to keep spamming the Sludge Bomb. That's your best bet here, and it's not that bad of a matchup. And they do have Psychic. What do you know? Doing a pretty good amount of damage, too, here, but not quite enough for us to really have to worry too much, especially if they're going to be shielding up, too. I think we may match them here in a bit. I'm not too sure. We do have Venusaur that we have to think about because, you know, the super effective damage from that. But what I'm going to actually do here is I'm assuming they have Psychic and Dark Pulse or Foul Play, right? So 2 moves that Dark resists. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go and bring in the star of the show, Moltres, to see what's going on here. Foul Play, still doing a decent amount. Now at this point here, of course, they're going to be getting to another one, so they're pretty much energy dry. So we want to farm up extra energy here, so we're ready to go for whatever is next. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough, so they're able to get yet again another one. So it's pretty much all on Venusaur. They're swapping into their Toxapex, so we've seen how much damage a Frenzy Plant did before, good amount. But now we're looking like we will KO once we do get to the Frenzy Plant, and immediately getting there, outpacing them with the Shadow. Looks like Venusaur is yet again, this should be a Venusaur video, Shadow Venusaur yet again putting in that damn work. Call this one Hemlock. Got all kinds of special names for my Venusaurs because it is quite literally my favorite Pokemon. Aside from Mawile, that one's pretty cool too. So what the story behind that one is, sorry to step away from the commentary, is we started using it and, you know, it started really helping us out. People started recognizing it and we were able to kind of put it on the map-ish. And so it just became like a staple of the channel. Still has love, but we're kind of exiting that Mawile phase and going to move on to the next one here. Although I still and always will have love for Mawile, especially Shadow. All right, we do have a Toxicroak out here going for the Earthquake and getting a shield. We can let this Mud Bomb go as the quick move counter is really not, you know, doing too much. We don't need to worry about getting farmed down here. Do they want to double shield this thing? Oh my gosh, come on, man. Come on, man. Okay. So we'll let this go. Oh no, we shielded up. Okay, opposite day. Remember this. Earthquake catching with a Azumarill. Very clean, very clean, very clean, very clean. But they are low enough for us to take them out now, which is great. So we're going to immediately throw the Frenzy Plant and KO them right away. And it doesn't really matter. Toxicroak could have full health. I'd still do a ton of damage to him with Frenzy Plant. But they are bringing in Charjabug, which also resists grass. But at the end of the day, it's still going to do a lot. But we are going to actually go for the Sludge Bomb because it is going to be doing neutral damage as opposed to not very effective. I feel like a Frenzy Plant would have done a little bit around that amount of damage too. But it doesn't matter. We're looking great. Bringing in the Moltres to farm down that electric type. And we're going to go ahead and simply shield this up. I think they go for Mud Bomb here, and then we go for the Brave Bird and go for a hard win with the shiny Galarian Moltres. Unbelievably beautiful color on this thing here. Next game, we're going to be seeing a Drapion. All right, so this is a good matchup. I mean, they can keep spamming us with Aqua Tail, and or Crunchy is even going to be doing a decent amount, especially if they lower my defense. And it is an Aqua Tail. Still, that's a Shadow, and it's Clodsire is still just kind of absorbing it like a champ. Don't really need to worry about that quick move. Getting a shield out of them here. And again, Frenzy Plant will do about 70% of this thing's health. Yeah, that's just how OP it is. Especially shadow on shadow damage. It just does that much more, right? Going for an Earthquake again. Do they want to double shield this thing up? And they do. Oh boy. All right, so what we're going to do at this point is just swap in here. See if we can catch an Aqua Tail. And we do. Beautiful. That's great. And of course, they're going to be able to outpace me here. I don't remember if I shield up. Hitting me with a Crunch. No defense drop. Getting to the Frenzy Plant, which will be enough. Have the Moltres in the back, so hopefully there's something we can counter them with. They're bringing in a Shadow Tentacruel. Now, this is not super effective, but they are par water, so it is going to do a decent amount. Oh my gosh, never mind. Okay, swap into Clodsire. Wow. Doing a little sniping over here. The Azumarill in the back, and I'm thinking, this is a wrap. Nah, we're all right. As long as Ice Beam. I mean, I keep on thinking it's fire. That's why sometimes I get a little confused with myself here. I mean, do you blame me? Look at the damn thing. It's freaking Moltres. Literally. All right, anyway, going for the Brave Bird here, and that's going to be about a wrap, folks. There we go. Finishing off that Azumarill. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.